guys, and welcome back to another Remembering Forgotten Memories video. So this one, it's kind of like combo of cute, but also, lol, you were stupid as a little kid, like, and didn't know your animals well enough, evidently. But anyway, so this one, I had to have been pretty small, like probably, well, I don't know what age I would have been when I first noticed it, because this went on for a while, but, anyway, old enough to be playing out in my grandparents' backyard on my own, without supervision, so I don't know, like, maybe, like, 5, maybe 6, like, somewhere in there, I'm pretty sure, because younger than that, there was always somebody out there with me, but, I mean, it was a fenced-in backyard, so it was totally safe, but, on the topic of that backyard, so, my family, like, owns ranch land, grew up with horses and everything, so basically when my grandpa bought this land back in the 40s, all of the property like that was ranch land. Everybody had horses, everybody had animals, da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, he had Melody Acres. The smartasses on the other side of the property line on one side decided to name theirs Hell's Acres as a response to ours being Melody Acres, and this was long before Tiny Toon Adventures was a thing, so he had Melody Acres first. But anyway, regardless, on the other side of that, though, that is actually the only property aside from ours that is still open ranch land that still has animals on it. Like, we're the last two holdouts. Everything else has been developed into just normal housing and everything. So, that side of my grandparents' yard, they had a big, tall privacy fence down the side of it, like, plenty tall. I could not just see over it. It's like slat boards, like, against each other, so it best, you know, a nosy little kid putting their face up against the blocks, trying to peek between the slats, and you kinda sorta could get a little bit of view, and even better if you could find like a little gap somewhere in the fence, or like a teeny little hole somewhere in it. Now I have a view of something. And as a little kid who doesn't know what's on the other side of the fence because I can't see over it, I can only see through the little glimpses I get in the fence, for me, this was like a point of fascination. Not even because of trying to see through the fence first, but because I realized the eucalyptus trees that were just on the other side of the fence and dropped their leaves all on our side, they're very flat, and I could slide them through, and I pretend it was like a piggy bank, and I'm putting money in the piggy bank. But then I was kind of curious, well, where are they going? Like, can I see them when I push them through? And I would try to, like, squint through and everything, and see what is over there. You know, just normal, typical little kid nosiness. And eventually I started finding, like, little gaps where I could see a little more through there. And most of the time, there wasn't much to look at. It was just, you know, open land. It's not very interesting. But they had animals, too, and every once in a while, I would catch a glimpse of something's legs going across, but it would usually be, like, near the fence, so it's, like, too close to see the whole animal. And I could, like, hear hooves and things, so I'm just like, I wonder what kind of animal is over there. I wonder if they have horses. I'm, like, trying desperately to see through, because, I mean, being a horse girl, I want to see if they have horses. I want to see what kind of horses they have, what colors they are, how many they are, like, all the stuff. I want to see, do they have them? I suppose I could have just asked, but where's the fun in that? I wanted to find it all on my own. So this turned into, like, trying to stand on top of the swing hanging from the tree to see if I could maybe peek over the fence, but I'm so short that that wasn't gonna happen. I mean, even as a full-grown adult, I'm only 4'11", so as a little kid, there ain't no chance in hell that was gonna work. Best shot was, like, from their patio right where their back door let out. There was, like, a little bit of a patio area that was up higher than all the rest, and from there you could kind of see, like, a clearing through the trees in, like, one spot, kind of what was over there, but it wasn't, like, much of a view of what all's going on over there. So, I mean, sure, if something could have just crossed through there while I happened to be standing there looking from there, that would have been great, but Yeah, so never the moment that I needed it to happen. But anyway, so this went on for like the longest time, trying to see through what is in the fence. Literally went on for years. Just my imagination started to run away with me of, I really, really, really want to know what's on the other side of the fence. Obviously, like being a flat fence, I couldn't like climb it or anything. There was no, at least not on our side, there wasn't like the, what do you call it, the reinforcing ones that go horizontally. There wasn't those boards on our side of it. Those were probably on the other side, so I couldn't like try to climb up on those and pull myself up to see over. It was like way too damn tall. So no chance in hell of that working either. Plus it was on a hill, so yeah, the further you go in one direction, it's just like going more and more and more of a slope. It's just like, yeah, I don't know what the hell I was expecting. But regardless, I literally tried crawling through every single slat of that fence, trying to tell what is over there. And then, one day I realized there is a gate that connects the backyard to the front yard. And I could see from the ground up that right where that gate is, the fence stops here, and then there's another kind of fence. It's like that kind of like chain link fence on that side. If I could just get through there. But this is like a 7-foot tall gate, and the little latch is like way at the top. It's like there is no chance in hell that I am reaching that as a little kid. My grandma would have freaked the hell out if I had. But you know what I did realize? Her laundry room in her house had a door that connected to outside, and it was just on the other side of the gate. So, of course, this turned into, every time she's doing laundry in there. So, what's on the other side of the door? Oh, outside. Can I open it? I wish you wouldn't. Mostly because she didn't want bugs or birds flying into the house, into the laundry room, which apparently had happened at some point in time. Really wish you'd leave it closed. Okay. So this was very much a thing where not an option to open it if she is in there. And because they had a ranch-style house, it was a very open floor plan. If she's in the kitchen, you can see clear through the living room, right to the door that leads into the laundry room. And it was like those like half like open, half closed, like barn type doors that connected in there too, so you could open like the top half or the bottom half. Like it was one of those, like, you know, the kinds. So there was like basically no way in hell I was gonna sneak in there without her knowing about it, because she'd be able to see that from the kitchen. So I pretty much had to wait till the day that she went to the bathroom and then just make my move and close the door behind me, not knowing that that door was set like to it locked from the inside the house side. I didn't realize it was set to locked. I'm noticing a common thread throughout my childhood with the locked doors and not knowing they were locked till I was on the other side of them. Yeah, but anyway, I decided, okay, she's in the bathroom. I have a few minutes if I work quick. Alright. So I went in, closed the door behind me, turned the lights on, figured out how to unlock that door, because it had a deadbolt on it too, as well as the normal kind of lock. Then realized, I wonder if she can see the light through the, like, outline of the door. So I turned the light off. Again, my very, very foolish moves. So I turn it off. And I haul ass out that door. And I frickin' close it behind me too. The deadbolt did not automatically lock, but the one on just the regular door, yeah, you could open that without undoing the latch for that lock. So, of course, this is now not one but two doors that have locked behind me as I closed it. Anyway, so I pull it shut behind me, and I go down the stairs, and now I've got basically just like the side alley of the house, and the chain link fence on the other side, but like the side that's not the gate just connects out to the driveway into the street. Why it never dawned on me as a little kid that, you know, you could have just walked from the driveway side down in there and peeked through there, but clearly I don't think through, or at least as a little kid, did not think this through. Regardless. So I go over there, and I'm just like, there's gotta be animals over there. Where are the animals? And I'm about to give up and everything. Like, and just call it a wash and go back in. And out lumbers what, at that age, I didn't know what llamas and alpacas were. But they had at least one of each. I think they had multiples of each, but they had at least one of each, because there was definitely, like, a big one and a smaller one, and the cuter one I know now is an alpaca, but I didn't know as a little kid. I just thought, they have 4 legs, they look horse-like, but they're not horses. They're unicorns. I just found unicorns! Never mind that there's no horn. Apparently I decided, oh, they're in disguise. Because, I mean, anyone from the street could just see them. And if people from the street saw unicorns and knew they were unicorns, they would steal them, right? Like, this was, like, already my imagination that's going 0 to 100 within moments. Because this is how my head works, and kind of still does to this day. Like, those of you who know me know damn well that, yeah, I still jump to conclusions in, like, a matter of seconds with stuff, and, like, we'll have a whole-ass backstory that I have concluded, like, it just, like that. I don't know how my mind comes up with it so fully, so quickly, but therein lies how my mind works. So anyway, I'm just like, they're beautiful, majestic unicorns. I want to just live here forever and just look at the unicorns forever, and I'm just like, I have my fingers through the fence, just like, I want to pet you so bad. One of them got close enough, I could kind of sort of, with like a couple fingers, like, pet it through the fence. I'm lucky it didn't bite me, probably, but like, I'm like, petting it. Oh my gosh, it's unicorns! I'm like freaking out in like the best possible way that they're real, they exist, I have seen unicorns. Like, oh my gosh, I'm possibly the first human to have ever seen real life living unicorns, and they have been living next door to my grandparents this whole time. Anyway, so obviously, eventually, like, the llama and the alpaca, like, go about their merry way, and went elsewhere to where I couldn't see them from there. And now I'm like, well, now I'm bored again, so I'm gonna go back in the house. Climb back up the stairs, and quickly realize, uh-oh. Uh-oh, and because not just one, but both doors are locked, there is no point in my banging on this door, because you're not gonna hear it. Oh god, if I had at least had that one open and gone back in and knocked on the other door, yeah, that would have been a lot more obvious, but I didn't, so fine. At least I had enough rationalization to realize, okay, if I just, like, follow the stepping stones around, now I'm in the driveway, okay, I know where I am now, and ran to the front door, and rang the doorbell, and I guess my grandma must have long been done in the bathroom by then. She's just like, what are you doing out here? I was looking everywhere for you, what are you doing out here? I'm like, I saw unicorns! Don't tell fibs. But I saw 2 of them! I can show you them! Do you want to see the unicorns? Oh my gosh. So, she's just at this point, like, between lecturing me on not fibbing, but at the same time wants to see what the hell did I see that I am mistaking for a unicorn. So, okay. She takes my hand, and I lead her down the driveway, back around the side alley, and of course now they're not there, right? Now they're not there. There is literally nothing there now. So of course she thinks I'm just making up stories. She has no idea what it is I am trying to describe to her. She thinks I have just made up this unicorn story to distract from the fact that I locked myself out of the house. So she brings me back inside and gets me a snack and sets me down with the TV and gives me a lecture about not fibbing, even though I'm just like, but I'm not, I saw them! So fine. She lets it go, whatever. I'm not even in trouble. She's just glad that I'm safe and in the house and didn't, like, get kidnapped or anything. So fine. That's fine for that day. So another day, when she has to, like, bring the garbage out, apparently that's the door she goes out to bring the garbage to the bins on the side alley. So I follow her out. I'm like, okay, I'm coming with you because I want to see if the unicorns are there. And of course, she's just like, there's no such thing as unicorns. There's no unicorns next door. I promise you, there's no unicorns over there. But you can come with me anyway, but there's no unicorns there. And of course, once again, nothing is there. Not a damn thing. Now, this went on for years of my both trying to see through the fence, trying to prove that those are unicorns over there, but also trying to go with her every time she brought the garbage out, so, just in case the unicorns might have been there, so I could point out, look, they're right there! It probably took, I can't believe it took this long for it to all line up. Probably took till I was in about 4th grade, and still following her out there, and still insisting this, and I'm sure she was probably long questioning my sanity at this point, but, okay, she'd long come to accept this by this point, but I followed her out, and there they are. Or at least the alpaca, anyway. Or maybe it was, I don't know, it was one or the other. And I'm just like, there! It's right there! There's one of the unicorns I saw! Just like, Jennifer, that's a llama. That's not a unicorn. I'm like, but it is a unicorn, it's in disguise! And she's like, no, it's not. That's a llama. And these neighbors have bred llamas for decades. That's a llama. They have alpacas too. And she went inside with me and showed me in an encyclopedia what a llama is. And showed me what an alpaca is. And yeah, that is what I saw. Okay. I guess there's no unicorns next door. Fine. Guess it was llamas and alpacas I saw. But for like several years solid, I was convinced I had seen unicorns, okay? Full on convinced. And was trying so hard to see them again. Apparently they didn't like the noise from the street, so they didn't like coming up to that part of the yard enclosure very often. But they would from time to time, but not gonna lie, even after knowing the truth of what these animals actually were, for years I still kind of went out there, just in case they're out there. Just, you know, to double check and really see for myself that neither one of these two are secretly unicorns, but no unicorns here. Just an alpaca and a llama. Sometimes I saw 2 or 3 llamas at a time. I think once I saw 2 alpacas at a time, but that was like the most that would ever come up at a time. And I even tried bribing them with carrots and things, and that's like the best I could get, but oh well. That is the story of how I was convinced for years that my grandparents lived next door to unicorns, and nobody believed me. So, anyways, that is it for this one, guys. So as usual, you know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe. Hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my eBay, my Reddits, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel, you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Anyway, guys, till next time, see ya.